Hello, hello, my beautiful Sambles and Heroes. How are you guys doing tonight? Welcome to the 14th episode of the Rosie Lastra Podcast, sponsored by Jeremy's Unity Flight, LLC. This is a second episode of our series, East Meets West, where faith, evidence-based healing, and holistic living take flight. I'm Rosie, your guide and fellow traveler on this journey of transformation, helping you bridge the gap between spirit and science, grief and growth, pain and purpose. In this new series, we will share real stories, practical tools, and divine inspiration to help us to help you rise higher, heal deeper, and live brighter. So buckle up, open your heart, and let's take this flight together because healing isn't a destination. It's a sacred journey. From the soul's quiet wisdom to the science of healing, this is where East meets West. Before we dive in, let me share a little about your captain in flight. Okay. I'm a transformational healing and confidence coach. I empower men and women to heal, transform, and elevate their lives by bridging faith, evidence-based healing, and transformational travel, helping them move from grief to growth and from limitations to limitless possibilities. For years, I lived a life grounded in logic and numbers as an accounting controller. But everything changed on January 9, 2015, when I received a divine dream. In that dream, Jeremy's presence ignited a mission far greater than I could have ever imagined. A mission to unite humanity through faith, healing, and testimony. That dream became the spark that launched Jeremy's Unity Flight. And today, it is the heartbeat behind this podcast and every healing conversation we share. Today's is very special and truly mind-blowing episode because we're being joined by Rain, whose story defines perseverance, purpose, and divine alignment. Rain was nearly stage 4 breast cancer. Her cancer had metastasized. Doctors gave her less than a year of life, and her options were disappearing fast. But everything shifted when one doctor offered a breakthrough approach when known as genotyping, a DNA-based precision method that matches cancer patients to the treatments their tumor will best respond to. That test changed her life. Today, Rain is in remission, thriving and living proof that when faith, science, and timing collide, miracles happen. Her journey through the storm and her very name, Rain, reminds us that even the heaviest downpours can lead to growth, renewal, and breakthroughs. She is a warrior, a survivor, and a beacon of hope for everyone searching for answers on their healing path. Rain, I'm bringing her on as we speak. How you doing, Rain?
I'm great, Rosie. How are you doing today?
Blessed and favored, doing better now that I've got you here, my
Oh,
love.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
It's a blessing to have you here. Rain's background, diagnosis, emotional battle, and the moment everything changed. What was your diagnosis? What was your emotional battle? And when was the moment that everything changed for you, Rain? Tell us a little bit about. I said a little bit. Tell us a little bit more, my love.
Okay, like going on 3 years ago, I'd say it was around there. Got breast cancer. It was like the second time I'd went in and they were going to do more chemo, and then they decided to do some surgery. We did that. Well, then it metastasized and went to my stomach. And for a year, I fought with my doctor. And at this time, I'm like 130 pounds. I went down to 80 some pounds. I'm telling him I can't eat because I couldn't digest food. I was throwing up blood. It was so bad. I cried all the time and I was hurt so bad. And he kept saying, "Oh, you got an ulcer, whatever." Well, it ended up finally got tested. It takes 10,000 cancer cells, bad cancer cells, to detect cancer. You have to have 10,000. That's not nearly good enough, for one thing. But that I found out I had stomach cancer, and it was already almost stage 4. I was 4 points away from stage 4. Told me go home, get my affairs in order, get right with God, da 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 da, and I wouldn't see my next birthday. I said, "Oh, okay, all right, thank you." And this other doctor come in, Dr. Stevens, and he's like, "You look like a fighter, ma'am." I says, "Oh, yeah." He says, "You look like you're not happy with your doctor." I'm like, "Mm-hmm." And he's like, I got something." He said, I can give you in less than a year or 2 years. I will have you in remission." And I says, "You have me in remission?" I said, "Okay, whatever." He's like, "No, I'm serious. I will have you in remission." He says, "Will you give me a chance?" He says, "I'm going to put you through heck." He says, you're going to wish you died." He says, "You're going to be so sick at times." He says, "But if you pull through, you're going to be fine." He says, "You'll do it." So I went with him, and he turned me on to genotyping. And genotyping is where they take like your closest relatives, your mom, your sister, your brother, aunt, and uncle, and they take their DNA. Well, they take their blood. So when they do, that's all they have to do, take their blood. They're done. And then they go and I guess they spin it or something, and they get this good cells out of the blood. They take themselves and they take you into surgery, and they introduce themselves into your tumors and the tissues around your tumors. And then they go with chemo, radiation, whichever, and they amp it more than what you would have normally got, so it's stronger. And then you go for it, and you pray, and you live your life, because that's what you got. You do not smoke. You do not do sugar. That's a no-no, absolutely. It thrives on sugar, and it thrives on cigarette smoke. It loves it. So no, got to get rid of that stuff. But otherwise, yeah, and I'm in remission now. It's been going on 2 years now.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, so let me get this straight. So genotype is they take the blood from your relatives and they inject it into the tumors, and then they do chemo. They decide which chemo they're going to use. If I read straight, because I did dig in a little bit, and
Yeah.
they find out about it. So
Yeah.
how was your journey through that whole treatment, Rain?
Ooh. Oh, honey, I was homeless at the time.
Oh
I
wow.
was, it was bad. It was bad. And I would walk from 22nd Avenue South, if this is in St. Petersburg, Florida, all the way to 50th Avenue North for my treatment. So it took me over an hour to get there. It would take me over 3 hours to get back. I'd be so sick walking.
Wow.
So yeah, so it wasn't all the time. Sometimes I could take the bus, but if I didn't have money, I had to walk. So, and I wasn't going to let this beat me. I says, I'm not going to let it. Now this doctor's giving me hope. I got to do it. So yeah, and I was sick. I mean, he put me through heck, honey. He really did. He said what he said. He meant. And yeah, there's times that my best friend Kathy, we're now roommates. I met her out there, and she went through this journey with me, and I tell her, I don't know if I can do this, man. I really don't. I can't. I'm so sick, Kathy. I can't function. I can't even think anymore. She says, no, you got this. You're a fighter. You got this. You're a warrior, And I was like, ah. So yeah, she's been with this journey with me, and she's been my support. She's been my rock. Yeah. And but once I started getting better, I didn't eat for almost a year. I couldn't digest food. Um, so yeah, so they would feed me through, my blood, my veins,
Mhm.
and it's liquid, and I'm like, I'm starving here. And so went down to like 83 pounds, and when I went into remission, I could eat. I ate everything in sight. I went up to 160 pounds in 2 months. My doctor's like, no, no, you got to take some of that off. That's not healthy. That's not good. Not the way to do this. He says, I understand you starved for a year. Okay, but no. So you got to do it. So now I've lost 11 pounds. I'm doing better. Working on
God
it.
bless you, Rain. I mean, your story is incredible. Yeah, I was just telling Kathy just a little while ago. I totally believe that God picks His strongest soldier for His biggest battles, and that was a battle that only somebody like you would have been able to handle. God bless you for that, girl.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
at what point did things shift for you as far as your journey with the treatment?
It was, I'd say, about good 4 months into it, of getting doing reintroducing the cells and stuff. and my chemo, I started noticing my stomach I wasn't throwing up blood. My stomach wasn't, I mean, things were turning around, I was hungry, but it was like, I think I could eat. And they're telling me softly, applesauce, something really soft on your stomach if you try to eat, you know, and, I was starting to keep it down. So it was like really awesome. And, so that was a real positive part when I didn't have to go get fed through a tube. And I was like, this is wonderful. And then just, my faith, with God. And it was just, I just started feeling so much better, and I wanted to live every day to the fullest. And everybody that I've run into, people that were so negative or something, I was like, man, the cup is half full, baby. Smile. It's beautiful. Look what God gave us. Look what God gave us. You
Right.
cannot deny to wake up and say thank you. So yeah, it
Mel,
was
I was
beautiful.
telling Kathy too, Mel Robbins says that the possibility of us being alive today is 1 in 400 trillion possibilities. And science did the numbers. So we're literally
Wow.
miracles walking, my love.
Oh
So
wow, that's
God bless you for
wonderful.
being so grateful and thankful, because that's amazing, amazing story. Uh,
Thank you.
so let me ask you, what part did spiritual and mindset and Kathy helping you out play in your whole journey?
Oh, it was one of the most important parts besides the genotyping and the chemo. That was really the highest parts for me was, really making my relationship with God stronger, and knowing that he had me and he sent me the right doctor. He sent me Kathy, he sent me my angel doctor, Dr. Stevens, and I couldn't, he carried me, he carried me. So it was wonderful. He
And
had, I'm sorry, go ahead.
go ahead, continue. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So it was no, it was wonderful. It was that part was like the highlight for me. Was really getting my faith, you know, where I needed to be with my faith. Because I was really turning my back on a lot of things, and it was hard. I'm like, why are you letting me down? I'm 54, 55 years old. I mean, you know, this is crazy. I know there's people younger than me. What are you doing? Why are you letting these people down? Come on, God. Are you hearing that? Are you listening to us? We're praying to you. Yeah. So I was upset with him for a while, and I had to apologize for that. But yeah,
I
but
love
yeah, we're good.
it. So that's pretty awesome. And it's funny because science has even shown how prayer and faith, it actually releases orphans into our bodies that help us be able. It creates miracles. So God bless you for
Absolutely.
that, right?
Absolutely. I tell you, you get your faith going better and you live your life every day to the fullest that you can, and you're going to see a difference. And you get a positive attitude. You get, and just and make other people smile, and just you'll see your life will get so much better, so
Oh,
much
God
better.
bless you. I love you,
Thank
girl.
you. I love
I
you
love you.
too.
I just met you a couple of days ago, and
I
every day I
know.
talk to you, you're just an inspiration.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
love you for that. So let me ask you, if you had to describe healing in a sentence, how would you describe it?
The love of God, my friends,
Nice.
um, and my doctor. And this beautiful planet God gave us. So yeah.
I hear you, love. I hear you. Uh,
I go ahead.
Go ahead. No, what were you
I
saying?
was going to say that now that with the genotyping, they're not letting people know about it. I mean, it seems like it's hard for people. They're not hearing about it, and that bothers me. Because when my doctor come to me, he gave me a story. Do we have enough time?
Yes, most
Okay,
definitely. Go
okay.
ahead.
He told me the story
Go
about
ahead.
this 9-year-old boy. I think he was over in France somewhere, Germany, somewhere over there. He was 9 years old. He had brain cancer, inoperable, very aggressive. They gave him 2.5 months tops to live, and the doctor was even doubting that. They genotyped him. He was the very first person to get genotyped ever, and he's 19 years old now.
Wow.
19 years old now.
Wow. Thank
That was
God.
such an inspiration to me. Now I understand my doctor says not all people are candidates for it. Okay. That there's a lot of things that go into being able to get genotyped. You got to be able to be type matched right. You got to have, people that are willing to give up their blood for you. Just there's all kinds of issues. your health. There's other things that go along with the genotyping and the type of cancer you have. It might be, and your DNA might not coincide with,
Right.
certain things, but it don't hurt to go find out. I mean, ask questions. And if this doctor don't want to do it, fire his butt and find a new one, because they're out there, they will. And just don't take no for an answer. It's your life, it's your
I
life.
so believe in that, Rain. I've had instances where if it had been anybody else, like with my son,
Yeah.
when we spoke to his oncologist, and I asked him if he had heard about the alkaline diet, because at the
Hmm.
time I had had a great experience with alkaline diet, and his response to me was, "It hasn't been proven. I can't endorse it." But yet, when I sat there and told him, "I value you, I appreciate you, and I respect you, but I've seen the evidence of it working, and I want to do it on my son, and I just want you to know, because I don't want you to,
Yeah,
interfere with anything you're doing." His response to me
absolutely.
was, "Well, it's healthier. Go for it." Somebody else would have walked away. So you're absolutely right. We got to be our own advocates. We got to be able to
Yes.
talk to doctors and
Yes.
not understand that not every doctor knows everything, because some doctors may not even know about genotype.
If they
Right.
don't, then they need to learn. They need to get on it. They need to, you know, input, absorb it because it's saving lives. And like I said, not everybody is a candidate for it, but why not find out if you are? It could
Most
change your
definitely.
life. I mean, they're taking people that are stage 4. I have a bus driver friend that her best friend that she grew up with, ended up with breast cancer. And by the time they found out she had breast cancer, she was already stage 4.
Wow.
Okay. I told her, I says, she was upset the one down the bus. I was like, what's going on? She told me about her friend. I says, tell her to go get genotyped. Go get genotyped. Tell her, get some of her family together and don't tell that doctor she won't take no for an answer. No for an answer. I mean, definitely fire him, find another oncologist. I don't care. Get it done. I just found out that she's in remission.
She
I
already had
just
it
found
done?
out she's in remission. I found out like a couple days ago she's in
Oh,
remission.
she's in remission.
Hmm.
God bless
Like I
it.
said, see, I said God works so good, and she did. She fired her doctor though because he was like, "Oh, I've heard of it. I'm not like you're. I'm not endorsing it until I see more evidence and this and that." And she's like, "Oh no, I've seen the evidence. I've seen the evidence. And if you're not going to do this, I'm finding me another doctor."
God,
And he's like, "Well,
wow.
you do what you feel you have to do." She found another doctor. He was on board with it, and she's in remission.
Wow.
It blew my mind. You're stage 4 and you go in remission. That is so
That's
awesome.
amazing.
I mean,
God
there's so much
bless.
hope there. There's so much hope there, and they got to get it up more available. I want to find out about animals. I'm an animal lover, bad. I want to know if animals can be genotyped. I want to know. Can we go find their little mommy and daddies and sisters and brothers and get some blood from them? And I mean, it's
Right.
hope. I mean, there's possibilities. So, I mean, the sky's the limit right now with this, and people need to talk about it more. They need to get their doctors talking about it. They need to get, yeah, they need to get it.
I
It
love
just
your
needs to be
passion.
done.
I love it. So let's do a lightning round real quick.
Okay.
One habit that helped you survive the storm. What's the one habit you think helped you survive the storm?
I draw. I draw on a frame. That's about it. I draw. So I draw a lot of everything. I draw mermaids. A lot of dogs. I draw a lot of dogs, mermaids. I draw. Some things that fly and spit fire back in the day. Dragons.
Oh, dragons.
Sorry. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I do
Gotcha.
dragons.
How
I
cool.
do all kinds of stuff. I do people. I do mermaids, and everything. I just draw everything. So
Amazing.
yeah,
Amazing. Okay, a song that lifts your spirit.
a song that lifts my spirit. Oh, that's a good one. Um, oh, that's hard. I really don't know. I was trying to think of one of my Christian songs that I got, and I can't think of one of them the name of it. Um, there's a song called "Keep the Faith," and it's a really good song. I can't tell you who sings it, but it's a Christian song. So, but I think
That's
that's the
cool.
name of it because that's like the chorus. So, yeah,
Gotcha.
that'd
Very
be my
good.
guess.
Yeah, no problem. And if you had to give yourself advice as your younger self, what would you tell her?
Do not smoke. Do not even pick that cigarette up. That was probably my main. thing that got me the cancers in the first place. Besides my mom, my DNA with my mom, her side, cancer, all cancer, cancer, cancer. My dad's side, heart. So I've got that, boom, boom, right? So that's how I lost both my parents. My mom passed of lung cancer in 2010. My dad passed 11 months earlier from having a triple bypass done, and he never come off the table. So yeah, so that's what I was looking for. And sugar, leave the candy, leave the cake, things, all that alone. Every once in a while, a little bit, but moderation, because it just thrives on it. They love it. That feeds them. It's fuel for
It's
the fire.
funny you should. It's funny you should mention that, Rain, because in 1931 there was a doctor that won the Nobel Prize for his findings that cancer is created by the fermentation of sugars in our bodies and the acid it produces. When
Yep.
he won the Nobel Prize, it was never heard again for like 50 years.
Oh
And it
wow.
wasn't until Dr. Savvy came around that it came flared back up. And that was like, what, maybe 15, 20 years ago? And yes, so I do have that awareness because of my journey through cancer. And you're
Yeah.
dead right, girl. That
Yeah.
is so true.
And get with God early. Get with God early. He's amazing, and He can do a lot of things for you. He can open doors for you you never could believe. When one shuts, He opens five more. So it's your options are really good if you got them aboard.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
God is good.
Absolutely.
All right, my love. Where can somebody reach you if they wanna know more about you? How could they reach out to you?
Um. Uh. Well, I guess my Gmail is
Okay.
that. Yeah, we start with that, and then once I get talking to him, we can go with my number later. But yeah, it's Rain Price 940 @gmail.com.
Okay. Awesome.
And
Awesome.
yeah, and if I don't respond right away, I'm not a big. I work a lot. I'm not bouncing a lot. And I'm not a big fan of the phone unless I'm like looking for things to draw, and I'm trying to get ideas. So then
That,
that's my thing with the phone, or watching a couple of videos or something. But that. So, but give me a few days to respond back.
not a problem, my love. God bless you, Rain. It's been a pleasure. You're
Thank you. God bless you too.
amazing.
Thank
God
you. Keep
bless
in
you.
touch with me.
Oh, no, no. You and me got to talk further.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Oh,
And we got to
absolutely.
talk
Yes.
about your art too.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, thank you. Thank you. My Sambles and Heroes for spending this time with us. And keep in mind, like Rain said, avoid sugars and reduce the smoking or eliminate it
Get rid of it.
altogether. Actually, the best thing you can do is
Get
eliminate it.
rid of it. And
Okay.
vaping too. Don't do that either.
And what?
Because yeah, vaping. Don't even start with
Yeah.
that either. Because it's got formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is embalming fluid. Do you want to start embalming yourself now? No, I don't think so. So kick it to
Wow.
the curb too. Yeah.
God
That's
bless you.
crazy, ain't it? Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
God bless you too, honey. Thank you.
All righty,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Well, you all have a wonderful and blessed day. No matter what you're facing, the light within you is stronger than the darkness around you. Keep shining, keep rising, and keep believing in the miracles of your own journey. And if you'd like to get and make sure you go to Jeremy's Unity Flight to get free resources. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll see you guys. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.